This is my step 1, 2, 3 presentation. Step 1, we will powerless over our addiction and our lives will become manageable. Disease of addiction, obsession and compulsion in thinking, a threefold illness, spiritual, mental, physical, powerless aspect. Once we pick up, we're powerless over our addiction. Once we put one in, it's over. Examples, trying to quit and being unable to do so, picking up and taking years to get back once you do. Another thing, denial, not able to see the reality of our addiction. Another example, comparing our addiction to others or past versions of our own self in addiction. Unmanageability to me means chaotic, chaos. Inner unmanageability, unhealthy beliefs about ourselves, the world, and others. Emotional volatility, being deep in emotions, not being able to deal with much in life. Outer unmanageability, arrest, job losses, relationship breakdowns, all the ways we fail in life, hitting bottom, isolation, loneliness, and hopelessness, and we can't no longer deny our problem. Reservations, places we reserve for relapse in our program, like using in the future, using when people die, using if you lose your girl, things like that. Taking us to surrender, accept that we're an addict and that recovery is a solution to our problems. I think that's probably the most crucial aspect of that, is to surrender to that fact. And without that, you can't really carry on. Spiritual principles, honesty, open-mindedness, willingness, humility, and acceptance. Basically, powerless, like it says, powerless and unmanageable for step 1. You got to realize that you have a problem, I guess. Came to believe that power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Having a bit of hope, seeing other people, staying clean in the house, in the NA. Insanity, our thinking and perceptions are warped. Trying to fix our feelings outside things, drugs, sex, money, anything outside yourself, that's insanity. Coming to believe is a process, not an event. Acting as if can help. Coming to believe that with power outside of ourselves, you can get restored to sanity. Power greater, a power that can help us. You need to be open to ask for the help, to receive it. And restoration to sanity, changing to where our addiction is not driving our lives anymore. To restore you back to sanity. Spiritual principles, open-mindedness, willingness, faith, trust, and humility. So asking for help is what this step means to me. That I can't do it. We can. Step 3, we made a decision to turn our will and lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. Making a decision, something we do every day, anytime. I find myself having to do it 50 times a day, to be honest. If I am aware that my will's taken back again. Self-will is getting our way at all costs, never thinking of feelings and needs of other people. Basically, turning that self-will over when I identify that it's happening. God of my understanding, loving and caring and greater than myself, I just think of a benevolent power that cares about me. I have trouble thinking about the religious God, but that works for me. Again, praying. Prior to doing the step, I never really prayed, and I haven't really been doing it that much now, but it did bring me a sense of peace, even though I didn't know who I was praying too. Turning it over, firstly turn our will over, then slowly turning over our lives to the program, to God, to the higher power. Again, that's crucial too. Bring you to a place where you're ready to get into the rest of the steps, I believe. This is something that I struggled with last time, and I would have just said it wasn't. But, I am open to higher power and a benevolent higher power that cares about me. Spiritual principles for step 3, surrender, willingness, faith and trust, and commitment. I'll leave it there. Turn that shit off.